Okay, I'm trying to see how to share this. So can you all see my screen here?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so if I play, can you let me know if it's playing as well?
Sure.
Today. Vishubhanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari
Yes,
Priye.
all good.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm sure that most of you have already heard, perhaps many times, but just to start, we know that Vishubhanu Maharaj and Mother Kirtita, they were desirous of having a child. And the desire was very strong within them, and for whatever reasons, they were not able to conceive a child for a very, very long time. And to invoke auspiciousness and to offer special prayers, they moved to a place called Raval. And at the time, Raval was situated just next to the Jamuna. So early every morning, Vishubhanu Maharaj would go and take bath in the Jamuna, and he would offer special prayers. And one morning, after he was offering his prayers and taken his bath, he saw that there was a very large, beautiful, and effulgent lotus flower. It was multi-petaled. It was said to be some 1,000-petaled lotus flower. And it was very effulgent, just like molten gold. And as he looked at the lotus flower, he saw that on the top of it was lying a very small infant. And as he looked closer, he saw that it was a female child. So he quickly picked the child up, and he thought that this was the answer to his prayers. So he quickly took the child back to his wife Kirtida, and they were beside themselves with great joy that they had this child. But at the same time, they studied the child and they saw that the child was not opening her eyes. They realized that she was blind. So, of course, this was a concern, but they had such love for the child that this didn't matter too much. So gradually, the child grew, and then the fame of the child spread very widely. And eventually, Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda came to know that the child had been born, so they wanted to come and visit and to get darshan, to see the child. So one day they came, Nanda Maharaj, Mother Yashoda, and also small Krishna came. And when they came in the presence of Radharani, it said that there's different accounts, but one account is that Mother Yashoda, who was holding Krishna, baby Krishna at the time, set him down in the house of Vishubhanu Maharaj and picked up Radharani. And when she did that, Krishna started to cry out of feeling, he was feeling neglected. Why has my mother put me down and picked up this other baby? So then she reached down and picked up Krishna and had both Krishna and Radharani on her lap. And as children often do, Krishna reached out and just touched the lotus eyes of Srimati Radharani. And as soon as he did that, her eyes fluttered open. And the first thing that she saw was none other than Lord Shri Krishna. So this was the reason for which her eyes remained tightly closed. They were to open only to get the darshan of her beloved Krishna. So this is how she appeared. This was her first pastime. No? Tell them.
I have a book full of pastimes. And I was expecting a little more, but
There will be more
okay.
after you.
Okay. Anyway, I'll just read one nice story of Krishna collecting taxes from Radharani. I don't know if you know this story or not. You like that story? I love that story too. One day, Sri Krishna, along with his friends, was grazing cows in the forest near a pond. He saw one very beautiful lotus in the pond, surrounded by bumblebees who were sucking the nectar from the flowers. This fully blossomed lotus reminded Govinda of the lotus face of his beloved Srimati Radharani. Krishna became impatient and told his cowherd friends, "You all play here for some time on the bank of this pond. I'm going with Subal for a while." When Krishna went with Subal to the place called Dangat, and said to him, "Saki, my friend, how can I get darshan of my beloved Radhika?" Subal replied, "I have heard that this morning Radharani came to Yavad, to Vrindavan, to the house of her father. She will definitely come here along with her Sakis in the pretext of performing Surya Puja. If you wait for a moment here, then you will meet her for sure." In the meantime, Radharani and her friends came to Dangat with all the paraphernalia for worshipping Surya. When Radharani saw her dearmost Krishna resting under a kandamba tree, she told Lalita, "Saki, how can I go through this way? Shri Hari will block the road. Let us go through some other way." Lalita said, "You all come with me. Let me see what Krishna can do." All the Sakis started the walk forward, keeping Radharani in the middle. When Krishna saw this, he asked them, "Where are you going? What are you carrying?" "I am sitting here as the tax collector of the king. Can't you see me? You all have to pay a tax. Don't be so proud. I am telling you nicely to pay a small tax here and then go." Hearing this, the friends laughed and continued to walk. Immediately, Krishna ran in front of them and blocked their path. Lalita asked, "What tax are you asking? What did you stop us for on the path? You must give up this cleverness. If you talk more, then we will disclose your activities and qualities in the public." After hearing this from Lalita, Krishna spoke with very gentle and sweet voice. "Listen, Lalita, you do not know me. I have been appointed by the order of the king to collect taxes. If you do not follow my order, then punishment is inevitable. That is why you should now behave properly. There is no need to talk, just pay the tax and happily go from here. That's it." Lalita said, "Kanai, you know so many clever words. We are helpless girls. What can we say to you? If you think we are bypassing the order of the king, then you do whatever you can do." After hearing this from Lalita, Vishaka said, "Listen, Shaki, what power has he here? What claim has he here? He says he is a tax collector of the king. Wherever the king lives, he has power there. For this forest belongs to Radhika. We are her friends. What can Krishna do here?" Krishna said, "Vishaka, why are you so proud? Kandarpa has claim over everyone. Yet all you friends avoid paying the tax and wander all over the forest in an uncontrolled manner. That is why the king has become angry and sent me here. This is why the road has been blocked. If you do not pay the tax, then I will have to take you to the king. Vishaka said, what can your king do to us? Just see, in front of us, Vishwavanavi Devi is present. We know that the power of your king very well. All his pride has been cut to the glance of Radharani. Not only that, but wherever your king whenever your king hears the name of Radharani, he runs away. You are all his followers, a servant. Vishaka started to walk away, taking Radharani with her. Then Krishna again moved in front of them and said, I know very well that you all like to see me punished by the king. Then listen, I'm telling you the truth. You cannot escape me in any way. No tricks will work here. With great pride, Lalita said, O Murari, what tax do you want? Krishna replied, Lalita, you are hiding the full bloom of your youth under your cloth. You'll have to pay a tax with this material. Hearing Krishna speak like this, all the girls laughed and said, a tax collector who asks for a tax on material and conceals our youth? Have you heard of such a thing? Now we are understanding why you have become a tax collector and wander all over the forest. Amongst themselves, the gopis said, let us go to worshipping Surya Dev. There is no need for us to discuss anything with him. When Krishna saw that the friends starting to walk away again, he stopped them and said, listen to me. You friends of Radha have stolen the jewel of my mind. Due to the absence of that jewel, my life has become unbearable. You should tell her to give me back my jewel immediately. In reply, Lalita said, Krishna, how can you speak so many lies? My girlfriend is very sober. When did she steal your jewel? You have stolen the mind of so many young girls of Gokul. Due to the loss of their minds, they have been searching for you throughout the forest. You do not see your fault in giving bad name to others. Krishna said, Lalita, I do not speak lies. Ask Radharani. If she will not speak, then listen to me. One day, Vishaka and I quarreled, and all you Sakas stole my mind, and since then Radha has kept her under her breast. If you do not believe my words, then let me show you. Saying this, Krishna walked toward Radharani, raising his hand to touch her, and at that time, all the Shakis left the Kunja. Hare Krishna.
There's kind of also a follow-up to that. There's a place called Dani Vartanankun. And this is the place where the tax was kind of reclaimed. And after Krishna kind of embarrassed Radharani and her associates, they never forgot that. And they made a scheme. And in this one place called Dani Nivartanakund, they arranged to surround Krishna and his associates. By that time, Krishna, he was becoming quite cocky. He was thinking that, he was invincible and that no one could touch him. But Radharani had something else in mind. So what happened is that when Krishna was there with a smaller group of his friends, they were surrounded by Radharani and her associates, unknown to them. They gradually surrounded them, completely surrounded them. And when the right signal was given, they attacked. And because Krishna was far outnumbered, Radharani and the gopis did such things as, take the sikas of some of the cowherd boys and tie them to the branches of trees, and even boxed them a bit, taught them a good lesson. So then they actually brought Krishna to his knees, literally, and they asked him, so now it's your turn to pay the tax. And Krishna said, well, I really don't have anything at all. And then the gopis then said, well, then what you will do for your tax is that you will have to bow down and touch your head, your forehead, to the feet of Srimati Radharani. And seemingly Krishna was displaying all kinds of signs of disgust and thinking, well, I have to touch the feet of someone. But internally, he was feeling great bliss that he was able to touch the lotus feet of his beloved Srimati Radharani. So he touched her feet, and the tax was then repaid, and at least for the time being, a truce was made, and they went along their merry way. Yes.
So that was His Holiness Riddhadwaja Swami Maharaj and His Holiness Giridhari Swami Maharaj. This was way back in 2013 when they were out here along with His Holiness Giriraj Maharaj Swami. So now what we will do is we will now get to the next part of our program, and that is going to be we're going to announce the winners of the competition that we had in during Janmashtami. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Abhaydeer Prabhu to take over from here, and I will be the driver for you. So let me see how to put you on the spotlight here. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Hare Krishna. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Technology is working. Wonderful. Well, happy Radhastami, everybody. Hare Krishna. As they say in Vrindavan, Radhe Radhe. And then, of course, others will say Sham Sham. But today is Radha's day, so we're going to be celebrating Srimati Radharani. Those of you who are just joining us, let me catch you up a little bit. So at Janmashtami, which was, what was that, a couple of weeks ago? I can't believe it's only been a couple of weeks now. But at Janmashtami, we had announced a competition where some of the youngsters in our congregation, and actually even beyond just the confines of our congregation, these are people that are all over the world and all over the country. These were young people who made offerings to Krishna in the form of shlokas, in the form of acting out different things, putting on fancy dresses, singing, all kinds of different things. And we put their offerings up on Facebook and then let people like them. Today, we're going to be announcing those winners. Before we do, though, a couple of quick announcements. First of all, many of you might remember that we have items up for auction. These are some very, very special items that you'll find on biddingowl.com, and we'll provide you with the URL to get there. We have actually extended the auction period until October 31st. So we were going to announce that today. We are now extending it to October 31st. Give people a little extra time to maybe see if, for those that just joined us today, see if maybe they would like to bid on some of the very special items coming off of our altar. Now, in case you're wondering what they are, I'm going to tell you some of the big ticket items. We've got Kalachandji's flute. Krishna says all the time, he would say, the only possession I really have is my flute. And the other gopis, including at times Srimati Radharani, would be very jealous of that flute, would be envious, because they know that flute every day gets to touch Krishna's lips. So we've got Kalachandji's flute. We've got Sri Govinda's flute from our altar. That's a smaller flute. And these flutes are really amazing. I've been fortunate enough to have one in my own home. It is the centerpiece of our altar. And we'll actually put it in videos. I'll show you in the next day or two what it looks like and how you can enjoy these wonderful pieces of paraphernalia straight from the altar. It's non-different from Kalachandji or Govinda himself. We've also got Kalachandji's his shoes, the shoes that he wears on the altar. He's been wearing them for years, and you can have those in your home. That's non-different from a flute. It's the same deal. that is a piece of kalachandji coming straight down onto your altar. And this is good for today. We got Radharani's shoes as well. So the shoes that she wore on her lotus feet for many, many years, I think 10 years or more, are going to be offered up for auction. So don't miss those. October 31st is when we'll announce the winners of that, and the highest bidders will get to take their prized possessions home. And I guarantee you it will grace your life, it will grace your home. You will not be sorry. So be sure and check that out. And yes, you're right. That is October 31st. That is Halloween, but that there's no connection. That just happens to be the end of the month. So we'll look forward to seeing how many of you are anxious to take that home with you. Now, we're before we get on to talking about our Janmashtami competition winners, one very quick reflection. I remember I think I was told, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, it was His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj who came to Dallas, looked at our Radharani and said, she is the most beautiful Radharani in the world. And there's some close-up pictures of her on WhatsApp, and you can find them online. There's no doubt she is absolutely stunning. So this is her day. We all get to feel very lucky that we are her servants and that we're going to get to participate today. So count yourselves lucky, and let's spread that good fortune to others as well. Now, are we ready, Dwarka Prabhu, for the Janmashtami competition winners?
I think we are. Now, let me see that this works all right. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think we are, but I don't know whether you all are seeing what I am seeing.
I'm not seeing it yet.
You're not seeing it yet.
No.
Okay.
This is just a way to keep everybody on their toes. You guys are on the edge of your seats trying to figure out which of these young people walks away as the winner. Oh, here we go.
Okay. So can you all see what I see now?
We see it now. We've got the title screen, our Janmashtami winners.
Okay, great.
Now, and Dwarka Prabhu, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we're going to play the winning submissions in each of these categories so people can enjoy and see what they're all about.
That is true. That is true. And again, like I said, because we are doing this for the first time online, there will be a little bit of technical swap that we'll have to do here in terms of the pages. So bear with us while we do that.
Well, and I think it's very classic because Dwarka Prabhu was always the guy who would get up on the microphone at the end of the Sunday kirtans and he would say, "Who's here for the first time today?" Now, today he gets to do something for the first time, so he's in the hot seat.
Right.
Okay.
That's true.
So let's not advance the slide yet. Let's talk a little bit about our singing competition. We had a singing competition for children ages 3 to 7. Now, I have trouble remembering the words to a song at my age, and I am way beyond 7. I'm almost to the point where you could put a 4 in front of that 7. In a couple of years, I'll be reaching that stage. So for these kids to do it, it's pretty amazing. These are some really, really talented young people, and we had 3 of them that ended up in our top 3, and one of them is going to win. Now I'm going to start with our third place winner. Now understand, really the way we did this was we put everything up on Facebook, and we saw who got the most likes, and that's really how it was determined. I want to make it very clear. This is just because you don't win does not mean that what you did was any less. These are all offerings to Krishna and Radharani, and they are very much appreciated. So this is very much a fun, lighthearted competition. There's no chance to have your own show in Vegas at the end of this. Okay, so let's understand this is all in good fun, and it's really just a way to try to get the kids engaged. So for all the kids that participated in the singing competition, you're all wonderful, and you are all absolutely high in the books of Krishna and Radharani. When we say there's a winner, this is really just a fun, lighthearted thing. So,
Abhay Prabhu, can I just interject for a second?
Absolutely.
So we do have winners who are sort of the popularity contest. We'll announce that at the end. But the ones which you're going to announce now are all winners who have gone through three set of judges.
Whoa.
People who
Okay.
have judged, yes.
Oh.
And there were various judges. We had, for each category, we had different judges, and they have judged the each and every entry. So thank you for all the judges to spend their time and gone through each one of them. They had a criteria defined, and they each category had three different or four different criteria, and for each one of those criteria they had to um, like detail, pronunciation, in the singing, tune, melody, those type of criteria. So, and even at the age of 3 they had to get to those criteria as well. So the judges rated them on a scale of 1 to 5 in each category. And to be fair, we had 3 judges for each one of the competitions, so that there's no, when there's a tie or something, there's a third one who'll break, but break the tie. And they didn't consult each other. They did that on their own as well. So just to ensure that everything was very professionally done, we did it that way. So the winners who we are going to see until the end are winners who have been judged by our judges.
Okay.
And the judges range from congregation members to devotees to principals and school teachers and so on as well.
Very nice. Now, are these kids going to get rich off the prize money?
They may, they'll pray, they will, but every kid will get a certificate. Whoever participated will get a certificate, and the winners will get a prize as well. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I was not aware that we had such a deep-rooted competition. So this is like Vrindavan's Got Talent, I guess, if you really want to think of it that way. So, but again, for everybody who participated, you did something really great, and nothing should take away from that. Now, we do have first, second, and third place winners in the singing competition. Now we're going to flash the names up on the screen in just a moment, but first let's announce them. Third place in the singing competition, ages 3 to 7. We've got in third place Diksha, young Diksha. So Diksha, congratulations. Obviously you did very well to place number 3. Second place, we've got Aradhana. Aradhana, I'm looking forward to hearing you sing and blossom. And of course, first place, let's do a little drum roll on my laptop, and let's hope it's not shaking things up too much. We've got Pranavi. Pranavi, congratulations. So Dwarka Prabhu, let's advance. Let's let everybody see their names. There it is up in lights. Kalachanji and Radharani and Prabhupada all smiling on. And can we play Pranavi's submission?
Sure.
I'm excited to watch this and to hear it. And we had numerous youngsters putting their hats in for this. And I had a chance to look through some of these submissions a couple of weeks ago. And we had some really amazing kids. And we had some great parents too, who really took the videography seriously. I was impressed with that as well.
So I'm looking for Pranavi, right?
Yes. Our first place winner. And again, please excuse us as we work through the technical issues. This is a whole new world in 2020. They say hindsight is 2020, and people wish for 2020 foresight, but we're in the middle of 2020 and we have no idea what we're looking at. It's a whole new situation, whole new scenario. So we thank you for bearing with us and being a part of this.
Can you see it?
We see it, yes.
Govinda Gopala Janardhana Nandabala Govinda Gopala Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Gopala Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Janardhana Nanda Bala Govinda Gopala Govinda Gopalam Govinda Gopalam.
There we go.
Okay. I get it now. I see why she won. My goodness. The pronunciation, and she obviously knows how to sing and is learning it. And in case you didn't notice, she's 4 years old. Pranavi is 4 years old. So at 4 to be able to do that and memorize it and execute it the way she did, wow. I have a feeling she's going to be a Kirtaniya one day.
Okay.
Wow, well done, Pranavi. Congratulations, and congratulations to her parents, because I know that there was probably training involved, and there was obviously somebody on the other end of that camera. So well done, Pranavi. So if you're at home, let's all say Hare Krishna and wish Pranavi well, and hopefully she'll be gracing our stage when we can all get back in person one of these days. Now, it wasn't just the youngsters, not just the little kids that were singing. We also had some older kids, ages 8 to 11. So what you just saw was Pranavi won the age 3 to 7 category. We also have some ages 8 to 11. Now, these were some pretty serious entries here. And again, I've had a chance to look through some of these, and these were some pretty serious singers. Now, in third place in our ages 8 to 11 category, third place we have Tulsi. So Tulsi, congratulations. You obviously impressed the judges. Second place, we've got, and I hope I pronounce this correctly. Forgive me if I don't. Those of you who've seen me on stage before, you know I mispronounce a lot of names. I mean, if there was a pageant that I could win, it would be mispronunciation. But we've got Katishri. So Katishri, congratulations. You are our second place winner. And first place, drum roll again, we've got Neil Madhav. Neil Madhav, congratulations. And there are their names. So we can all bless them, recognize them, and let's see if we can get Neil Madhav's first place submission so we can all enjoy and watch it. By the way, I know a lot of you parents out there, while Dwarka, who is pulling this up, I know a lot of you are parents at home with kids that are online. We're doing online schooling. I'm in the same boat, and believe me, this will go down in the ages. This is a whole new world for us. So just FYI, my daughter she's about to hit.
My name is Neela Madhav, and I am going to sing the song Shrita Kamala from Gita Govinda by Jayadeva Goswami. Now, this is a song that is loved by Lord Jagannath, and therefore in my household we sing it to him every night before we sleep. Happy Janmashtami! Shrita Kamala Kucha Mandala hai Treta Kundala hai Treta Kundala Kalitala Vanamala Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Ninamani Mandala Mandana hai Bhava Khandana hai Bhava Khandana Muni Jana Manasa Hamsa Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Kali कालिया विश्वधर गंजना है जनरंजन है जनरंजन यदुकुल नलिन दिनेश जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे मधुमुर नर कविनाशन है गरुड़ासन है गरुड़ासन सुरकुल केली निदान जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे अमल कमल दल लोचन है भवमोचन है भवमोचन त्रिभुवन भुवन निदान जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे जनकसुता चित्तभूषण है चित्तदूषण है चित्तदूषण समरसमित दश खण्डः जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे अभिनव जलधर सुंदर है ऋतमंडर है ऋतमंडर श्रीमुख चंद्र चकोर जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे तव चरणं प्रणतवयमे इति भावयामे इति भावय कुरु कुशलं प्रणतेषु जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे जय देव कावेरीदामे कुरुते मुदामे कुरुते मुदा मङ्गलमुज्ज्वल गीतम जय जय देव हरे जय जय देव हरे जय देव हरे श्री जय देव हरे
Wow, well done, Neela Madhav at 9 years old. And I'll tell you, that's not just how Lord Jagannath falls asleep.
Yeah, when he's singing, Saki.
He was so soothing, and his melody was so on point. I mean, that put any of us to sleep. And what a wonderful way to put Lord Jagannath to sleep. Neela Madhav, congratulations on winning. You've done a great job. And look, I can absolutely see why you will. I can absolutely see why you won this. Now, we had a third category of singers. All right, so we had our 3 to 7 year olds, we had our 8 to 11 year olds, we even had our teens and preteens. And so, you know, these are kids that are, I mean, these guys were ready they were ready to rock and roll. So our ages 12 to 16 singing competition again. And by the way, behind me, this is my daughter Karini. So she's
Hare
on lunch
Krishna,
break.
Karini, long time.
Want to say Hare Krishna, everybody?
Hare Krishna.
And do you want to wish everybody happy Radhastami?
Happy Radhastami.
There you go.
Happy Radhastami to you.
So we've got our age 12 to 16 winners. And I understand that we got about 8 minutes left before the Aarti starts. And I also know I'm standing between a bunch of you and the time when you get to break your fast. So I'm going to try to move this along here. And don't worry, if we run up against our 12 noon slot, we'll pick this up right after the Aarti and we will continue announcing the rest of the winners. So that way we don't miss anybody and the kids can get plenty of adulation from all of us who respect and admire the work that they've done and the service that they've done to Sri Sri Radha Kalachandji. But in the 8 or so minutes we have left, let's end with a bang with our teens and preteens when they sing. Now, our third place winner, Karni, who's our third place winner? Can you read that for me?
Garu.
It's Gaurang. So Gaurang, congratulations. You are our third place winner. Karni, who's number 2? Can you tell me? Sadhana. So Sadhana, congratulations. You are our second place winner in the big kids category. And I know some of the 16-year-olds probably don't think they're kids because they can drive cars, but to people my age, you're kids, believe me. And what a great opportunity to grow up in Krishna consciousness you've all had. And now our first place winner, we're gonna hear her submission here in just a couple of minutes, but drum roll. Oh, good job, Karni. Who's our first place winner?
Nitya.
Nitya, there we go. Nitya, congratulations. All right, you are the first place winner. Let's play Nitya's submission, and that'll probably take us right into the Aarti when the Aarti begins in the temple room, and we can all enjoy that as well. So let's sit tight and watch Nitya. Meanwhile, while Dwarka Prabhu, oh, wow, that was fast, Dwarka Prabhu. Nicely done. There.
Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivardhari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Girivardhari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braj Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tir Vanachari Yamuna Tir Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Girivardhari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Wow, Nitya, well done. Wow, Carney, what do you think of that?
Great.
Pretty amazing, right? I can tell she's a trained vocalist. I mean, that the way she's controlling her voice and controlling her breathing, very well done, Nitya. So she's 15 years old. In case you missed that, she's at 15. She's singing like this. It's got to be amazing. Now she was doing this before school started, back during Janmashtami. I can only imagine how amazing all these kids are once they get into actual school. I mean, that if they're putting this much focus into Krishna, imagine what they're also doing in the other aspects of their lives. These kids are absolutely astounding. Now those are our winners in the singing competition. Now, when we come back, we're gonna break for a little bit here. We're gonna have our kirtan, our arti and kirtan go on to celebrate Radhastami. We've got our shloka competition. We've got our art competition. We've got our acting competition. We've got fancy dress, and then we're gonna tell you about our popularity winners. So stay tuned. Let's now move over to the folks that are going to be leading our kirtan and doing our arti, and then we're going to come back and we're going to recognize some more of these really, really just amazing young people. The future of this community is bright, just like Nitin Prabhu said. No doubt these kids are going to take this community into the next level. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And it is now 11:59. They should be ready for us. And one more minute until it's official breakfast time. So we're going to do arti and all that. Give you guys a chance to maybe munch on something. And then we're going to come back and
At 12:30?
At 12:30, that's right. 12:30, we get to munch on something. So, hey, lots of excitement coming up. There's gonna be prashadam, there's arti, there's more winners. So, Dwarka, are we ready to take everybody over to the arti?
I think we are.
Okay.
I think we are. Damayan Prabhu, who's the coordinator now that I make them host?
Sharda.
Sharda. Sharda, here you are. Okay, got you. Thank you. Can you put it to the temple altar, please? Thank you. Haribol.
Hare Krishna, everybody. See you soon.
Sure.
Chanchi ki, Radha Govinda ki. Jai Srimati Radha Rani ki Jai, Sri Radhastami Mahatsav ki Jai. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namah Om. Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschat Desha Tarine Namaste Gauravani Pracharine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gauranga, Gauranga, Nitai, Nitai. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gauranga, Gauranga Nitai, Nitai Gaura, Gaura Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gauranga, Gauranga Nitai, Nitai Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Kala Chanji Radhe Jaya. Jaya Radha Kala Chanji Radhe Jaya. Jaya Radha Kala Chanji Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Radha Nila Madhava Radhe. Jaya Radha. Jaya Radha Nila Madhava Radhe. Jaya. Jaya Radha Nila Madhava Radhe. Jaya. Jaya Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya Radha. Jaya Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya. Jaya Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya. Jaya Radha Ras Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Ras Bihari Radhe. Jaya. Jaya Radha Ras Bihari Radha Ras Bihari Radhe Jaya Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe Jaya Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Vrindavan Dham Jaya Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Vrindavan Dham Jaya Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Vrindavan Dham Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jai Gaur Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna, Bolo Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna, Bolo Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Shri Krishna, Bolo Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Shri Krishna, Bolo Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna, Bolo Jai Radhe. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radha Kalachandji, Radhe Radhe. Radha Kalachandji, Radhe Radhe. Oh, Radha Kalachandji, Radhe Radhe. Oh, Radha Kalachandji, Radhe Radhe. Radha Kalachandji, Radhe Radhe. Radha Kalachandji, Radhe Radhe. Oh, Radha Kalachandji, Radhe Radhe. 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 Radha Kalachandji, Kalachandi Radhe Radhe. Radha Kalachandi Radhe Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna Bala Jai Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna Bala Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Shri Krishna Bala Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Shri Krishna Bala Jai Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Oh, 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 Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna Bala Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna Bala Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Shri Krishna Bala Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Shri Krishna Bala Jai Radhe. Oh, Jai Jai Shri 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 Radhe. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, oh Radhe Shyam, oh Jai Jai Shri Radhe, oh Jai Jai Shri Radhe, oh Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, oh Radhe Radhe, oh Radhe Radhe, Sham Sham, Sham Sham, Sham Sham, Sham Sham, oh Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, oh Radhe Radhe, oh Radhe Radhe, oh Sham Sham, Sham Sham, Sham Sham, Sham Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, oh Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, oh Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, oh Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, oh Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, oh Radhe Radhe, 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 oh Kala Chanji, Kala Chanji, oh Kala Chanji, oh Kala Chanji, oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let's do the Pranatmani and then I'm going to sing Pranat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I said, we're going to close now into Premadhani. Radhe. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivraj Gacharya Stotrasta Shishimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhaya Charanarvindam Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya, BBT Founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Guru Brinda Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivraj Gacharya Stotrasta Shishimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri 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 Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Shri Sad Gosai Prabhu Ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Brinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadigora Bhakta Brinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath. Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Brajabhumi Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Purushottama Chetra Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Shri Gokula Puri Dham Ki Jai. Shri Varshana Puri Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Srimati Tulsi Devi Maharani Ki Jai. Srimati Bhakti Devi Maharani Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Brinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinama Sankirtan Ki Jai. Sankirtan Mahajagya Ki Jai. Jugadharma Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai. ISKCON Texas Yatra Ki Jai. His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Books and Prasad and Distribution Ki Jai. Jai, the Holy Appearance Day of the Original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimati Radha Rani Ki Jai. Shri Radhastami Mahatsava Ki Jai. Shri Radhastami Mahatsava Ki Jai. Jai Bolo Shri 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 Panchatattva Ki Jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai. Shri 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 Jagannath Baladeva Subhadra Maharani Ki Jai. Shri Shri Prahlad Nrsingadeva Ki Jai. Shri Shri Chota Radha Govinda Ji Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Govinda Ji Ki Jai. Shri Shri Chota Radha Kalachanji Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Kalachanji Ki Jai. Shri 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 Radha Kalachanji Dham Ki Jai. Jai Shri Varshana Puri Dham Ki Jai. Jai Shri 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 Radha Kalachanji Dham Gaura Bhakta Brinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Glories to you, Srila Prabhupada.
So we will now continue our winners of the Janmashtami competition. And so we have Jai Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji. We have Abhay Dheer Prabhu back here. So Abhay Prabhu, take it away. I'm not sure if I spotlighted you. I think I have.
And Hare Krishna, looks like we're almost.
Just a second.
Back. Yes, yes.
Okay, there we go.
Here we go. We're back in business. So again, for those of you just joining in, happy Radhastami, Hare Krishna. What a wonderful day. This is actually, I confess, Radhastami is my favorite festival. So I'm always thrilled when this day happens. But for those of you just joining us, we are actually going to, well, we've already announced some of the winners of our Janmashtami competition. There's all kinds of things that our communities were doing, and we announced the winners, all three of the winners in the three different categories. And I'll tell you their names again. We even heard the winning submissions. We heard Pranavi's submission, who was the first place winner in the singing competition, ages 3 to 7. For the 8 to 11-year-olds in the singing category. We had Neela Madhav, who was our big winner there. And then the 12 to 16-year-olds, we had Nitya, young Nitya, who was our, well, she's 15 years old, and she's our big winner in the big kids category. Now we're going to go on to the shlokas. Now, before we go there, there was a wonderful quotation that I read just yesterday. It was on one of the WhatsApp groups, and so I'll read it for you here, since it's on the occasion of Radhastami. And this quotation is actually from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He's the spiritual master of our very own Srila Prabhupada. He wrote, "Others worship Radha due to her connection with Krishna, but we worship Krishna only because of his connection with Radha." With that in mind, let's now honor our shlokas with our youngest group. Now think about it. These kids are memorizing entire shlokas out of the Shastras. I still haven't memorized any shlokas out of the Shastras, and these kids are memorizing them at this age. So our third place winner is Shivansh. So Shivansh, congratulations, good job. You know, you've obviously got the pronunciation and everything down. Number 2, our second place winner is Harini, young Harini. So Harini, congratulations. This is big. This is big. Number 2 is a big deal. Number 1, we're going to go back to our drum roll. First place winner in the shloka competition, ages 3 to 7, is Radhika Prema. Radhika.
Haribol. Can you see my screen? Okay. We are having a little bit of a challenge here. Abhay, Prabhu, can you see my screen?
Of course. Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, absolutely.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Not so far, no.
How about now?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
Now, I wonder if you need to cancel Spotlight Video.
Maybe.
Let's try that.
Yeah, that probably is true.
Okay, let's see what happens now.
Wait. Okay. You're not being spotlighted.
No, I'm not. No.
But I cannot. Okay. What can you see? You can't see anything now, right?
I see you, like your welcome screen just says happy on it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
yeah, we had this down just before the break, and now we got to reestablish everything. So for those of you still on the line with us, thank you for sticking around. And not only those of you on Facebook as well, thank you for
okay.
sticking with us. And please, this is our first time trying like this.
You still can't see, right?
Not so far, no.
Okay. I'm thinking, where is... no.
Did you need command, Prabhu?
Yeah, I'm thinking where he is, and okay.
Logged in. I wonder if you can hear us. Can you hear us?
Okay, so you're back here. I don't seem to be able to get to my share window. Okay.
I could make up a shloka, but nobody's going to like that.
No, well, I'll see it in a second. Thank you for waiting, everyone. Why can't I share? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. I think we're able to hear you, Dwarka Prabhu.
Yeah, I have the green button, but I can't share that.
Interesting. Okay.
Since you are the host, you should,
Okay, I got it now. Okay.
Okay, cool.
I think I got it now. Now have a look. How about this now?
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good.
Is it better, Abhay?
Yes. I can see your screen. I can see the little mic. There we go. Okay.
Okay. Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay. There you go.
Okay. There are 3 winners. Is there any way we can pull up Radhika Prema's shloka?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's see what she did for us. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, sweetie, it is. It's past time. I apologize. The lunch hour has ended for online school in our house, and so my daughter is now 3 minutes late to her math class. I mean,
Okay, it is jumping up and down. One moment. Radhika Prema.
Radhika Prema, there she is. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. My name is Radhika. I'm 6 years old and I'm going to tell you a shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Indriyani paranyahur indriyebhya param manaha manasastu para buddhir yo buddhir paratastu saha. The senses are higher than the matter. The mind is higher than the senses, and the intelligence is higher than the mind, and the soul is even higher than the intelligence. So Prabhupada is saying that if the soul is engaged in Krishna consciousness, then the others like mind, intelligence, senses will also be engaged in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Wow. Hare Krishna. Hey.
That was amazing.
Man, I think she needs to give a Sunday class one of these days.
Absolutely.
Things open back up. We're going to get her back in, and she can teach us all something. So Radhika,
absolutely,
congratulations, 6 years old. 6 years old, and I think she knows more than most of us adults at this point. So congratulations, young lady. Now, the shlokas don't end there. We've got 8 to 11-year-olds who also participate in the shloka competition, and you're gonna recognize a couple of these names. So our 3rd place winner is Kyatishri, who I believe was one of our winners in the singing category as well. I think she won 2nd place, if I remember. So Kyatishri, 3rd place winner in this. Congratulations. And then we've got in 2nd place, looks like we've got a dynamic duo. We've got Avyukt and Parth. So Avyukt and Parth, congratulations. You're our 2nd place winners. You obviously getting your shlokas down right. And in 1st place, this is a name we've seen, and this is a face we've seen and a voice we've heard. Neela Madhav, congratulations for winning another prize, another 1st prize. So let's see what Neela Madhava did.
Okay.
In the shloka category.
Okay, great. Okay.
And I loved how Neela Madhav's parents made sure that he had a lavalier microphone on his on his lapel so we could hear him. That was
Hare Krishna, I am Madhav and I am going to recite Bhagavad Gita 2.22. Pasam shikirnani yata vihaya navani grinati naroparani tata shariraya vihaya chirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, discarding the old and useless ones. Now, I'm explaining based on Prabhupada's purports. Prabhupada gives a very nice analogy that the soul and the super soul are two friendly birds sitting in a tree. The super soul bird is sitting at the top of the tree, and the soul bird is sitting in some lower branch eating the fruits. These fruits are the fruits of material desires, and the tree itself is the tree of material life. Although Krishna is sitting on the tree, he is not contaminated by this tree. The soul keeps right on eating until there's no fruits left on the tree, and then moves to another tree and does the same thing all over again until finally one day he decides, oh, maybe I'm eating too much fruit. And then he goes and looks and, oh, look at this other friendly bird. I will talk to him. And he talks, he asks questions, he gains enlightenment in spiritual life, and thus goes back to God. Soul stops eating these fruits and decides to look at the super soul because of one reason. Now, on this one fine day where he goes and eats that fruit on the tree of the life in which he comes to Krishna consciousness, he eats the fruit, the delicious fruit of Krishna consciousness. And so he realizes, oh, I have eaten this beautiful fruit, and this beautiful fruit has imparted in me some knowledge that I shouldn't be eating any more fruits. I should go back to Godhead. And so he comes out of eating his fruits and sees, oh, look, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is sitting on the top of this tree. Here he talked to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, get the knowledge and fly off. When you put this in real life, what we're saying is you take birth again and again and again and again and again and again and again until one fine day you come to a life in which sometime or the other you meet Guru, get the mercy of Gauranga, get enlightened and go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna and happy Janmashtami.
Wow, Hare Krishna.
That was amazing.
That, you know, maybe if I live long enough, someday I'll take initiation from this kid. He's amazing. I mean, I feel like I should be taking shelter of him. Neela Madhav, man, you got a bright future ahead of you in Krishna consciousness. Keep it up. What an amazing young man.
Absolutely. Ooh. That was amazing.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, I'm a lawyer and I'm struggling because I'm feeling speechless. I mean, that's rare. He shut a lawyer up. That's a skill too. Telling shlokas is great. Shutting lawyers up is great too. Just saying.
Yeah.
So Neela Madhav, congratulations. Now, as you guys know, yes, let's give him a big round of applause and a big Hari Bol for Neela Madhav. We also have our oldest kids, the 12 to 16-year-olds. They also did a shloka competition. Now we had some fierce competitors in this particular competition. So third place, we have Shreya. So Shreya, congratulations. Second place, we have Shravya. So Shravya, if you're listening, congratulations, way to go. Now, before we announce our first place winner, we need to make a special mention. A special mention for the combined efforts of Jahnavi and Arush. They gave us a lot to think about, and they gave the judges a lot to think about. And so the judges wanted to give them a very special recognition. And now, without any further ado, the number one winner with the drum roll, ages 12 to 16 category, is Gaurang. We heard from Gaurang. We heard his name during the singing portion, and he has won in the shloka competition. So let's see what Gaurang gave us by way of shlokas.
Okay, one moment. You said Gaurang, right?
Gaurang, that's right. And please understand, Dwarka Prabhu is having to go into Facebook. He's having to find the right file and then click the button for it. So this isn't exactly easy, but there we go. There's Gaurang, 13-year-old Gaurang.
Hare Krishna. My name is Gaurang from Sri Radha Kalachandji Temple in Dallas, Texas. And today I'm going to recite one of my favorite verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, text 28 and 29. Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramakaha, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Parakriyaha, Vasudeva Param Gnanam, Vasudeva Param Tapaha, Vasudeva Paro Dharmo, Vasudeva Paragatihi. So the translation is, in the revealed scriptures, the ultimate object of knowledge is Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. The purpose of performing sacrifices is to please Him. Yoga is for realizing Him. All fruitive activities are ultimately rewarded by Him only. He is the supreme knowledge, and all severe austerities are performed to know Him. Religion, dharma, is rendering loving service unto Him, and He is the supreme goal of life. Hare Krishna.
That was great.
What are these parents feeding these kids? I mean,
I know. It's
Gaurang
amazing.
is 13 years old. At 13, I think I just learned how to tie my shoes by 13. This kid is taking harmonium and he's doing Bhagavatam shlokas. It's pretty amazing.
It is. They've been brought up very well.
Yes, they have. It's inspiring. So, not only are we recognizing these young people, we really do need to recognize the parents who are raising them. You're doing it right. So good job, all the parents out there. So Gaurang is a proud winner in our shloka competition for the age 12 to 16-year-olds. Now we're going to go back to our little kids again, the little itty bitty cuties. Now they put together art pieces for our art competition. Now it's always amazing to see what's in kids' heads when you tell them, hey, make a picture of Krishna and Radharani and so on and so forth. And to see what they come up with is really, really special. So in our art competition, our third place winner is Diksha, and I think we've heard her name before. Our second place winner is Navya. Our first place winner is a name we heard during the singing competition. She did not win first there, but she does win first here, and that's Harini. So Harini is our winner in the art competition for the 3 to 7-year-olds. I'm really curious to see what Harini put together, because I want to see what a child that young comes up with when it comes to drawing about Krishna.
That's a very good question. Good. Okay. So,
I'm sure you have a great answer.
we'll see.
Your Facebook feed.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go here and this way.
There we go. Art competition. Oh.
And
we have Harini. I guess there's no way it doesn't label it that way, does it?
Okay, 1 second. Let me backtrack here.
It may not be possible, and if that's the case, that's understandable.
Art. Wow. There were quite a lot of competitors. There were actually total of 72 submissions here.
Across the different age categories?
Yeah. Okay, so.
Even now I can barely draw stick figures.
Yeah, that might not be possible to show
Okay.
exactly who. Yeah.
Totally
What?
understandable. Totally
Yeah.
understandable. So Harini, congratulations. We would love to see your work and we'd love to showcase it, but we're having technical difficulties. So very sorry about that.
It's on Facebook.
It is on Facebook, so everybody can go in and check them out. And we encourage you to do that. For the 8 to 11-year-olds, oh my goodness, in the art competition, we have a four-way tie for second place. That shows you how hard it was for these judges to decide who wins. Four-way tie. So the second place winners, in no particular order, we have Krupa, Surbhi, Pritika, and Vedashri. These are they're all second place winners. That's how tough this was. Our first place winner in the art competition for the 8 to 11-year-olds is Chahat. So Chahat, great job. You obviously had you obviously wowed the judges to make it through there. I mean, we have 4 second place winners. That's unheard of. That's fantastic.
Absolutely. That was very difficult. As I said, we had 71 entries. And in this age group, we had more than 25 entries, I think.
Wow.
And it was very difficult for the judges to actually, they had 4 different criteria, but even despite that, it was difficult for them to distinguish between the various winners.
I once came in second place in a competition too, but I was the only participant. So I'm not
Okay.
sure what happened there. Okay, so we've got some 12 to 16-year-olds who also participate in our art competition. And we've got our first, second, and third place winners there. Starting with third place, we have Shreya. So Shreya, congratulations. I'm looking forward to checking out what you did. We have our second place winner is Navtej. So Navtej, congratulations. And first place, we've heard this name before, drum roll, is Pranavi. So Pranavi, you're just multi-talented, aren't you? So we've got our first place winner is Pranavi, who, if I remember correctly, is 15 years old and from Capel, and she's the winner in our art competition. So congratulations. Now, I don't know if we can pull up our acting pieces. That might be a little hard as well. So we'll just announce our winners here in the acting competition. This was not segregated by age. So these were all just in there together. So whoever wins this is winning across the different age ranges. Now we've got first, second, and third place, but we have 2 people tied for third place. And that's Sham and Radhika Prema. We heard from Radhika Prema not too long ago. So Sham and Radhika Prema are 2 third place winners, tied for third place. Second, we just heard from this young man, Gaurang. So Gaurang, congratulations. You're the second place winner in acting. Talk about a Renaissance man there. And now we have a Renaissance woman as our first place winner. That's Harini. So Harini,
Harini, congratulations. And we can see what she did.
We can. Okay.
Yep.
Let's take a look.
Okay. So here we go. Let me see here.
Krishna, what have you done? Look! How can I stop you from keep on doing this? I gotta do my chores. I found a way. Stand here while I go get a rope. This should be long enough. Ooh, how can it be? It's so short. I surely cut it long enough. I'll just go get another rope. Long enough. Oh, this is tiring. I'll get another rope and tie it. Now I'm able to tie. You be here until I finish my work.
That was good.
Wow, 7-year-old Harini. Very nicely done. That was the rope pastime from
Exactly. Yeah.
from the Krishna from the Krishna pastimes. So nicely done, Harini. All right. She obviously put a lot of effort into it. And I gotta say, I want to get me one of those pillows. That pillow was pretty epic.
That was pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to up my pillow game. So now let's move on to the fancy dress competition. These were for our little kids. These were like babies and very small kids who were invited to dress up like their favorite Krishna character, whether it's Krishna, Radharani, Gornitai, I mean, anybody from our scriptures. And so we had our fancy dress competition. When you do it on stage, it's always a huge hit because you get to see these little kids all dressed up in all kinds of fun ways. Well, today, or this year, it was all done online. So the good news is it's saved for posterity. So let's take a look at our fancy dress competition winners. In third place, we have Hamsini Krishna. So Hamsini, congratulations. Second place, we have Anika Arna. Anika, I'm sure you were amazing. And our first place winner, drum roll again. I'm guessing he was a young Krishna, but I'm interested to see what he came in as. We have first place is Nitai Ram. Nitai Ram.
Okay, so let's have a look at Nitai Ram. I think I can get it up here in a second.
You get a preview of what some of these kids did just going through the thumbnails. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, we may have to just look at who was the winner here? Nitai Ram, right?
Nitai Ram, that's right.
We may have to just go through this way.
Sure, but we can get a sense for what everybody looks like over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this was Kishori Radha. This was Shashwat. This is our Hamsini Krishna third place winner.
Oh, okay, there's Hamsini Krishna.
This is Srihan.
There we go.
This was Shama. Okay. Ritika Kushi. 1 year old. Wow. Mitravinda. And this is Nitya.
You got to start him young.
Yep.
Actually, the screen is, oh, here we go. Now, oh, there's Nitya. Okay. This is Sudarshan. Oh, Anika and Arna, they were our winners.
That's right. Radhika and Aruna. Anika and Aruna. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Arav. This is Arav. Vihan. Nitai Ram. This is our Nitai Ram. Top place winner.
Oh, there we, ooh. Okay, I'm guessing he's also about 1, maybe even younger.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's got the whole Krishna thing down. He looks like he just got caught doing something. He's got the butter.
He's got that naughtiness in his face, right?
Yes, he does. He nailed it.
Okay.
He nailed it. Good job, Nitai Ram. Wow. Very well done.
Okay, so do we want to go to the next one?
Yes. And this one we can just let everybody know who our popularity winners were. These were the ones that got the most likes on the Facebook page in each of the different categories.
There we go.
So acting, Satvik was our most popular. So Satvik, good job. You obviously got a lot of people interested in what you're doing. So maybe these kids can have their own YouTube channels and they can strike it big. Our fancy dress was Advik, who we did see here with 66 likes. In the art competition, Nitya and Gaurang both scored very high with 12 likes. And of course, Hila Madhav has been on fire. Hila Madhav is just, he's lighting it up. So in the same category, he had 34 likes, and that amazing shloka that he won with got 82 likes. So again, congratulations to all the kids for what you've done. And let's show our final slide.
So no, there's one more slide and then the final slide. So
Oh, okay. This is a
okay,
surprise.
this is about the judges. So you may
These are
want
the judges.
this
Okay.
you didn't see before. So
No, even I didn't know this. Okay. So we're going to thank Mathuranath Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Mother Jayanti. We've got Mother Sundari Priya, Mother Siddheshwari. We've got Balaram Prasad Prabhu. We've got Devi Radha Mataji, Mother Chitra. We've got Devadarshan Prabhu, and known to us as Preeti Masi, we have Mother Preeti Patel. So these were our judges. They had a very hard job, and I'm sure it had to rack their brains figuring out how to award all this. So thank you to the judges for all you've done. It's always tough, and you pick some great winners, no question about it. And again, to all the kids who participated, please come back again next year. If we're online, then you know what to do. And if we're not, if we're on stage, please bring your talents to the stage. We'd love to see you. And I'd love to be able to announce you on stage and let everybody get to know you. So come on up. Let's show our final slide to just recognize all of the kids who participated. You're all amazing. And you all deserve your own category of prize. So again, this was just a very friendly, quote competition. At the end of the day, though, we're all it's team team. So thank you guys for making it what it is. But yeah, those are our winners. Don't forget to get on biddingowl.com, look up Texas Krishnas, and look at all the wonderful things that you can take home from Krishna. There's outfits, there's flutes, there's shoes, and there's all kinds. It's if you love Gornitai, there's Gornitai's outfits. If you want small outfits or big outfits, there's something for everybody. You don't want to miss out on it. So make sure to take advantage of that. We've got until October 31st. So be sure and bid and keep an eye on where things go. So maybe you can walk away with something. The other thing with Bidding Owl is if there's something you want, you can press a button, pay the walkaway price, and the bidding stops, and you can just walk away. So for example, with Kalachandji's flute, it's $8,000.
Yep.
That flute in years past has actually gone for much higher. But if you press $8,000, the bidding ends and the flute is yours. Right now, the last time I checked, it was at about 3,600, somewhere in there. So 38 now. Okay, we're 38. So it's
going up.
It's getting some attention. So if you have your heart set on it, the best way to do it is just click that button, pay the 8,000, and it's yours. But if not, you can certainly put in your bid and just keep watching it. So get on to Bidding Owl, be part of that, and otherwise enjoy the rest of your Radhastami. It's an absolutely wonderful day. If you haven't already, please break your fast, go have some prasadam, and
I'm sure that's where you're going and I'm going too.
Absolutely. Oh, tell me twice. And don't forget to think of Srimati Radharani all day long today. Now, for those of you that are also not sure, this Friday is Ekadasi. All right, quick reminder of that. It is Ekadasi. We're also fasting till noon for Lord Vamanadev's appearance day, which is on Saturday.
Right.
So we're going to fast until noon on Friday, do Ekadashi for the rest of the day. Then Saturday, break your fast, and it's party time. So everybody get ready for that. Otherwise, that concludes our Radhastami festivities for the year 2020, this most unusual of years. So thank you all for joining us. And thank you, Dwarka Prabhu and Damayam Prabhu, for all the technical know-how that you brought to this.
And thank you to you for gracefully coming at the last minute, just as usual.
No,
thank you. Hare Krishna.
It's thank you to all the devotees who stuck around and watched me, even though they don't have to. So
thank you. Hare Krishna.
Very much.
Hare Bol, everyone. Thank you.
Happy Radhastami.
Happy Radhastami.
Srimati Radharani ki
Jai.
Jai.
Okay. So I'll end the meeting now.
Yep.
Thank you.